All right, we'll do our warm-up and then some just gentle things. So feet hip width apart, toes straight ahead, sitting bones down, hips open, bottom ribs toward your spine and up, shoulders down. And just reach your crown toward the ceiling. Let the belly move as you breathe. So inhale, expanding, exhaling, sinking back in. Just follow your breath. Notice what's going on for you. And remember, if it's wrong, if it feels wrong, don't do it. So go ahead and arms up at shoulder level. Exhale, hands to your heart. Stretch to the front, keep those shoulders down. And exhale, the hands behind, fingertips together, and lift your heart. Pivot over as you exhale, and forward bend. So remember, the pivot is at your hips, not up at your waist. And you're lifting your sitting bones. Move your hands towards your head, get those shoulders working a little bit. And breathe. Knees bent a little bit, chin in, and grind your way all the way up. Lift your heart, stretch your head back, and just feel that chest open a little bit more. Take a breath, stretch it out, and then inhale and come on up. Release your arms and just feel that circulation increasing through your whole system. And again, inhale, reach wide. Exhale to your heart, stretch to the front. Exhale behind you and clasp the other finger outside. Lift your heart, stretch your head back, pivot at your hips, exhale and deepen. So again, coming over as far as you'd like, kind of head toward your legs, hands toward your head, and relax. Lift those sitting bones. Take a few breaths, just relaxing your back. And then inhale back up. Lift your heart, stretch your head back, drop those shoulders, and again, just open across the chest. And inhale and come up, release your arms, and again, inward focus. Remember, that's the yoga perspective. And then bring your arms out, palms toward the ceiling, and hands over your shoulders. Pass your hands, turn them around and clasp. Bring your arms back by your ears. So ribs in and up, sitting bones down, shoulders down, and lean without twisting, getting those ribs stretching apart on the side you're leaning away from. So kind of look up toward the arm above you so you're not leaning it forward. And then push the foot you're leaning away from down. Get a little extra stretch through that side. And then inhale back up, switch your hands around, and again, stretch it out straight, and exhale to the opposite side. Ribs stretching, push the foot down, get it a little more open. Breathe. And again, inhale and come back up, and release your arms all the way down. Feel your sides a little more stretched open, and we'll get ready for our twist. So arms out, palms toward the ceiling, over your shoulders, and clasp your elbows. Sink into both feet evenly, stretch your spine apart, exhale, and twist. So get that whole body twisted to the side, lengthen up on the breath in, keep those feet evenly planted, and come on over in the twist into a forward bend. So even though you're leaning toward one side, keep the weight on both feet as evenly as you can. And keep your arms near your ears as much as you can. Pull your body toward your leg as much as it wants to go. And then staying in your twist, work your way up and lift your heart. Pull your elbows back, really open across the chest. And remember, don't get too intense in that lower back when you're twisted. And then inhale, coming up. Exhale around to the center, switch your arms, and again, pull them back by your ears. Stretch your spine, sitting bones down and crown high, and twist to the opposite side. Take another breath, and as you exhale, pivot over. So again, just deepen as far as your body wants to go. Relax, kind of lift your sitting bones. Keep your arms next to your ears. And again, on an inhalation, work your way up, staying in your twist and into that upper body back bend. Shoulder blades towards your waist, crown reaching back, elbows still reaching back, arms near your ears. And again, really gentle on your low back. And then inhale up, exhale around to the center. Arms up, let's keep them right there. Stretch up, and then pivot forward. Push those sitting bones back, pivot at the top of the thigh, and push out so that your back is flat. And then exhale and drop, ragdoll, just hanging your arms down. You can pull in and get a little more stretch on your lower back if you love it. And then arms to the front, slide the hands up right under your knees. And again, stretch it out, straightening elbows, knees, and back. And then exhale back down. And again, ribs up, sitting bones down, chin in as you wind back up, shoulders back and down and into mountain pose. So focus inward on that spine area, noticing all the circulation, and reach your crown high and allow your body to keep that spine stretch opening as we just gently turn side to side, getting that spine working a little bit more. So just follow your hands around to each side. Just let that body get a nice swing to it. Keep the crown reaching high, the toes spreading out, not gripping. And then turn back to the center. Just feel the circulation a little bit more intensely. Pick your favorite balance foot, and we're going to spread those toes out. Remember, you want to be in the base of the toes, not gripping with the toes. That just defeats the whole thing. Get the bottom of your foot really connected, the toes spreading out, heel and base of the toes connecting. And remember, you want the legs stacked to support you, so that ankle, knee, and hip need to be lined up, so that may need to be turned in a little bit. Shoulder right above that. Get the core connected, ribs in and up. Support your spine, shoulders back and down. And then with the crown reaching to the ceiling, just bring that other foot up a little or more, or all the way up. Don't cross it over, keep it straight down. You can pull it in if you want to, or you can keep it close to the floor. And then circle your ankle so that we keep them flexible and working. And then flex and point a few times. And put that foot back down. Shift to that other foot. Educate from the first side to what worked. And if it didn't work, improve it. So really get the base of the toes spreading out through the toes, down into the healing base of the toes even. Sitting bones down, ribs in and up, shoulders down and relaxed. Crown to the ceiling, center everything, get those bones stacked for support, and then bring that other foot up. It can be a little or more, or coming all the way toward your heart. And again, only as high as your body wants it to go. And when you're stable, you can work your ankle. So again, just as much or as little as your body is needing. But remember, we want those ankles flexible so we don't get stiff and trip and fall. And then putting that foot back down, getting back into mountain pose. Just take a moment, feeling your breath and the rest of your body. And then we're going to reach up and pivot on over and into ragdoll. And then coming all the way to the floor into child's pose. So hips back on your heels, hands palms up, and forehead toward the floor. Take a moment there, just integrating and transitioning. You can spread your knees to breathe, or you can pull them together and get that stretch along your back. Pad if you need to under your ankles or for your knees or thighs. And then forehead down, just let that whole back of your body get a good stretch, forward bend. And then we're going to inhale, sitting up, We're going to come into table position. So you want your hands on the floor under your shoulders and your knees under your hips with the feet straight back. And then come up on your fingertips. Spread the fingers out and pull the knuckles down and the base of the fingers down and the heel of the palm down and get really connected into your hands for good support. Elbows going toward the sides and the whole palm supporting you. Knees under your hips and bottom ribs up to support your spine and chest maybe a little towards your thumbs so you're not hunching up across your upper back. So remember, if you need to pick up your hand and circle it to get the circulation going, you can do that anytime. Then get it really connected back down into the mat. And then we're going to work the spine just like we did when we were standing in our warm-up. So we're going to pull the ribs down toward the floor, lift the hips, and rotate your face to look forward with the crown up toward the ceiling. So just expand through the front of your body down toward the floor, coming into a back bend as much as your back wants to do. So remember, personal practice, do what's right for you, and just kind of notice what part of your back is moving the most. And then take that same point up toward the ceiling, tuck your sitting bones down toward the floor, tuck your chin in toward your chest, push your head down toward the floor, and really arch up into that angry cat forward bend. So just maximize through the spine, lengthening, sitting bones down and crown down, the rest of your spine reaching up. And then inhale and come back to neutral. And we're going to take a moment to move into our lateral stretch. That's the side to side motion. So keep your spine nice and straight and your back flat. So the ribs are up supporting your spine and you're not hunching up through the shoulders. And then exhale and turn, looking toward a foot on one side. Feeling that hip and shoulder coming closer on that side. So feel the ribs on the opposite side stretch apart and breathe. And then exhale back to the center. Inhale, stretch really long. And then exhale, turn to the opposite side. Again, keep your back as flat and straight as you can. And then move into that side stretch, bringing your hip and shoulder close. And the other side, stretching through the ribs. And again, take a couple of breaths there. Just maximize as much as feels right. And then inhale back into the center. Stretch long. And we'll do just a gentle twist. So again, ribs up, chest down, spine straight, stretching hips and sitting bones back and your crown forward. And then slide your right hand forward and bring your elbow down to the floor, palm down toward the mat. And then we're going to take the right shoulder and push it up toward the hand so you get a little bit more stretch through the back of your body. Kind of push those hips still back. And then exhale and rotate, looking to the left or up toward the ceiling. So turn your whole body, remember, hips, ribs, shoulder, everything turning into your twist. Take a breath there, maximize it as much as your body wants. And then rotate your face back toward the floor. Pull your hand back under your shoulder and back into mountain pose, just feeling that circulation maximizing along your spine. And of course, we're going to balance the body because that's what we do in yoga. So left hand forward, bring that elbow right down where the hand was so that elbow is under your shoulder. And again, we're going to lengthen through the spine and push forward with the left shoulder toward the left hand. Push the hips back, get that spine nice and opening and ready to twist. Take a breath and then exhale and twist hips, ribs, shoulder, turning to look toward your right shoulder or up toward the ceiling if you love it. So as much of a twist through your whole spine as your body would like on this side. So remember, personal practice, one side may be easier than the other. That's okay. Just do as evenly as you can. And then turn your face back toward the floor and slide that other hand back. And you're back in that table position. And then sink back, hips to your heels, circle your wrists. And we're going to do one more set, and it's going to be just a little bit more complicated. So again, plant your palms right under your shoulders, knees under your hips, toes straight back. Get those fingers down, palms planted. And again, we're going to start with a back bend. So pick a place around your shoulder area and pull that point down toward the floor. And then lift your sitting bones toward the ceiling, so rotating those hips up and look forward. So that upper body is in more of a back bend this time. And just make it as deep as it feels okay for your body, never going too far. Shoulder blades toward your waist and chest down toward the floor. And then pick that same point that you were noticing in your upper back, push it toward the ceiling, tuck your chin in, top of the head down, sitting bones down, arching up a little bit more through that upper back this time. And just feel how that is in your body. And then again, inhale, coming back to neutral. Just feeling how everything is working in your spine. Maybe a little more circulation now through that shoulder area. So keep those ribs up, supporting your lower back. And we're going to pick a point around that lower back area somewhere down near your hips. So choose a point that you're okay with moving and push it down toward the floor. Hips up, chest forward and up, and crown to the ceiling. So this is going to be a little bit more of a lower back bend, so don't go too far if you've got those lower back issues. And just let that point near your hips sink down toward the floor. Whole body just in a rounded back bend. And then that same lower back point, imagine it could go as high toward the ceiling as any part of your body. It probably won't, but just push it up as much as you can. Head down toward between your arms toward the floor and sitting bones tucked under. So remember, forward bend through that lower back. And then inhale back to your flat back neutral position and just feel the circulation, probably a little more in that hip area. So we're going to move it to the middle, solar plexus, between your ribs, below your sternum, above your navel. So that middle soft part of your belly. So focus there, and again, bring it down toward the floor, and lift your sitting bones, hips, and rotate your face forward, crown up, chest forward, opening the heart. So the whole body again is in that back bend, but this time focused more in the middle, right at the solar plexus. So take a moment there, just feeling those ribs dropping, midpoint of your torso sinking. And then take that same point up toward the ceiling into the forward bend. So again, chin under, top of the head toward the floor, sitting bones down, arching up in that forward bend right through the middle of your torso and as high as it'll go. And then again, as you inhale, come back to neutral with your back as flat as you can make it. Just feeling that circulation probably right across that lower rib cage. And then we're going to go into our side stretch again, but a little more emphatically. So you want the spine nice and flat and straight with that lower back supported, so core activated, ribs up and toward your heart. And then with the spine long, stretching it apart, sitting bones and crown away from each other, exhale and walk your hands back to one side toward your feet. So the hip and shoulder are coming close with your spine as straight and flat as you can keep it. And the ribs on that opposite side are stretching apart a little bit more. So only go as far as it feels okay, keeping those knees right where they started. And then walk your hands back to the center. Realign and straighten everything. Stretch your spine out again. Get that core activated. And walk your hands to the opposite side. And again, coming as far into that lateral side stretch as you want. Hip and shoulder close on the side you're turning toward. Ribs opening on that opposite side. So just bring those hands back as close toward your feet as they want to go. And again, keeping your back nice and flat, turn your hands back to the center and back into your table position. So take a moment there, feel your spine, lots of lateral motion, so also feel those sides along the oblique and through your ribs. And we're going to go into our threading the needle twists. Now remember, 3-part twist, you can stop at any time you want to. So bring your left hand palm up, slide it through, head and shoulder all the way to the floor. So put some padding under if you need to, so that you don't have to go quite so far down to the floor if that's something important for you. Hips stay up. Stay here, perfectly good twist. So you're turning your hips, ribs, and shoulder, as well as your head toward the side. The head stays on the floor. If you like this and you want more in your lower back, take your right foot near your left hand that slid through and push the heel away from you, and that'll get your lower back a little bit more involved in the twist. But don't do that if it's wrong. And remember, if you go to the next level, when we lift our hand, it's going to be more intense and also balancing, so don't go too far. So again, get the base of the toes connected on that foot if you've extended it, or just keep that knee where it was to begin. Take your right hand up toward the ceiling if you want to go to the next level. Look up at it, so you'll roll your head onto the back of your head and chin tucked in, and then move the hand behind you toward the floor with the back of your hand going down and the palm up toward the ceiling. So push your foot away and your hand away if you're in the fully extended level 3 twist. Or the hand can be on the floor and the leg out, or the hand can be behind you and the leg still in, or everything can be still in that first version. Your choice, because yoga is a personal practice. And then if your hand is up, bring it back down to the floor. If your leg is out, bring that knee back under your hip. Press into your hand and come back up into table position. So just take a moment there, feeling your spine, feeling your body. And I'm going to turn around so you can kind of hear me better, but you can stay the way you are. We're going to twist to the opposite side. So we're going to take that opposite hand through, head and shoulder down, all the way to the floor. So whichever side you did before, do the opposite one. Hand palm up, and hips right above the knees, and head and shoulder all the way to the floor. We're staying on the head and shoulder, remember, pad if you need to on this side. It may be different, that's okay. And then we're going to take that foot out only if you want to, near that hand that you extended to the front. So heel presses out, pressing that whole lower back and leg into a nice straight stretch. Roll onto the back of your head as you bring your hand up above you if you want to go to the next level. Palm open toward the foot, and then back of the hand toward the floor, chin tucking in, rolling onto the back of your head, not your neck, getting into your twist more deeply if that's right for your body. So remember, personal practice, do only the level that's right for you. Your hand can be up and not your leg. Your leg can be out and not your hand, or both of them can stay in that first variation. So again, maximize, keep turning your head toward your hand if that's working for you. And then if your hand is up, go ahead and bring it back down. Pull your knee back in and unthread back into table. And just feel, again, that nice straight spine, a little bit more energized. And then sit back on your heels and bring your legs out in front to the end of the mat. Sitting bones connected into staff position. So shoulders right above your hips, knees up, toes up, bottoms of your feet pressing away. And just feel that core. Use it for support. Ribs in and up, shoulders back and down, crown to the ceiling. And then using your core, just slowly roll your body back all the way to the floor. And as you get down, just bring your hands near your sides, palms up, and take a moment there in reclined integration. Sitting bones toward your heels and lower back slightly connected into the surface beneath you. Take a moment and breathe, and just allow your body to relax in corpse position. So the hands are palms up, slightly away from your sides. Shoulders and shoulder blades down into the surface beneath you, letting that heart expand. Keep your tongue behind your top teeth, letting that jaw relax. And just let those feet be wherever they'd like as you're in your position. Knees and toes can be up toward the ceiling if you want to roll those thighs in, giving a nice open hip area. Or you can just relax those toes down toward the floor if that feels better for your body. So just take a few moments breathing and relaxing there in your integrated corpse position. Letting the belly move as you breathe. Exhale and letting it sink back in, connecting down into the back of your body, into that surface beneath you. So some deep breaths, just relaxing thoroughly and completely. Hands, palms up, just open to the energy around you. Just move your head back and forth, get that neck really relaxed, and soften your jaw. Remember, keep the tongue behind your teeth on that upper teeth. Letting your jaw just soften and relax a little bit more. And with each breath, just let your belly move. Inhaling, bringing in awareness and energy. Exhaling, releasing stress and tension. Just letting your body release into that surface beneath you, fully and completely. And just take a few moments scanning through your body. We did mostly spine work today, so just kind of notice how that whole inner torso feels after all that energy moving through your spine. And as you breathe more deeply, just exhale, softening and sinking into the earth embrace, letting your whole body relax even further. So remember, Mother Earth will support you. There's no need to worry about anything in your body. Just let it relax completely into that earth embrace. Belly moving as you use your lungs completely, filling the air with energy and peace. Exhaling all that stress. Anything you no longer want or need, just let it go. Now, as your body relaxes completely, know that you don't have to think about your body at all. Just let thoughts of your body release as well. And just focus inward, allowing the thoughts to flow in with the breath and out with the breath. No need to dwell on any content of your thoughts. Just let the thoughts flow in and out as easily as your breath, flowing in and out. Belly moving, lungs expanding, emptying, relaxing your body, releasing the thoughts in your mind. Remember, no need to remember the past, no need to anticipate the future. Just let the thoughts drift away, unneeded, unnoticed. As your thoughts float more freely and your body sinks deep into that earth embrace, just let awareness of both your body and your mind release. Focus inward and just breathe into that awareness of only the peace within. Filling your body with peace, filling your breath with peace, filling your mind with peace. And just be peace. As always, if you'd like to keep relaxing longer, feel free to stay relaxed as long as feels good. If it's time to return your awareness to the moment, just draw your breath more deeply, returning energy and awareness to your breath, your body, your mind. And just begin moving your body gently whenever you're ready. Fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs moving as you breathe more fully. Give yourself a good stretch if that's something you'd like to do. And push your back slightly into the floor, sitting bones toward your heels, and then draw your knees up toward your heart. So wrap your arms around, give yourself a good appreciative yoga hug today, letting your body know you appreciate its yoga work today and every day. And when you're ready to release, just bring your feet to the floor and roll to the side, sitting back up, getting ready for whatever's ahead for you the rest of the day. Thanks for joining me. Hope your spine feels energized and ready for whatever's ahead for you. Thanks for joining me.